Hello, good evening. It is Monday, so it's monthly make time, and as you can see I have a couple of cards already cut out. I haven't chosen my inks yet, so that's what I need to do. But I've got a bit of an idea. I know, it's always dangerous when I come on with an idea, isn't it? So I need to get some inks, and it's going to be pretty obvious what we are going to be doing once I start grabbing my inks. So good evening everyone. Evening Lynn, evening Suze. So there we go. So I've got a 5x7 and a 6x6. I'm just going to move that over there. I forget this camera's like way, like, takes up more space. Anyway, I want to grab my inks because oh, where's my yellow? Don't tell me we're going to fail at the first one. Red, orange, yellow, blue, my green. I know where they are. Bear with 2 seconds. I was trying to be organised, but that never happens, does it? I know, I'm not that organised at times. So we've got a yellow, orange, yellow, and it's a blue. There we go. Green, blue, and I'm hoping I can find my purple too. So I think you've got a bit of an idea of what we are going to do for one of our cards. My drawer doesn't want to go back in. Naughty, isn't it? Come on. There we go. Nicely back in. Evening, Mum. So we've got a bit of a rainbow going on. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and don't forget your purple too. And I'm going to pop them up there because I am loving this stamp set. It is just quick and easy cards, isn't it? Really easy. So which one am I going to do? I think I'm going to stick with our Littly because he fits perfectly on. Evening Maxine. This one. Yep. Got paint and all sorts in my fingernails today, so I do apologise. They do look a bit ratty. So I think the little one is going to be better because that big one is going to be too much of a bruiser, isn't it? Yeah, too much of a bruiser. Oh, unless we just did... That could look nice, couldn't it, if we just did the flower heads? Little one. Yep. So I'm actually going to start with... oh, that's no good. We've got 6. So I'm actually going to take a colour out. Maybe I won't. Because I kind of wanted one central one. I think I'm going to take the orange out and do red, yellow, green, blue and purple. So my centre one's going to be green. That was a lot of thinking power, wasn't it? It really was. Too much thinking power for a Monday night. I know, I do get confused quite easily, don't I? So we're going to do a lovely little rainbow, minus the orange, of... don't even know what that is in the back of my ink. Something vital, no doubt, for my box of tricks. So we're going to go right in the centre with this one. That's our green. I'm going to turn them over as we go. There's our green, and I'm going to have to clean my stamps in between because we're going to have such big, bold and bright colours that I'm going to make sure I just give it a quick whiz with my spritzer in between. So I hope everyone's keeping well. We've got the rain, you can probably hear it. It's like proper raining out there. Not a little bit, like proper like downpour. Though we did have a bit of snow this morning, very early on. Which I'm glad didn't stick around for too long. So again, I'm going to pop this one towards the edge. Nearly had its stalk riding off into the sunset there. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Did I not dry my stamp? Or is my ink dry? Covering my ink is very dry. Grab my other one. She says and her other one's not there. Okay, plan B. Let me just check. A scrappage of card. Yeah, my ink pad's definitely gone, hasn't it? So, let's see if I've got my other red one there. Okay. And before I make that mistake again, that one is definitely going in the bin. I think it's time for a new one, isn't it? That one sounds a bit more juicy. Got to admit, I don't really use satin red. It's normally the crimson red I use. So now this might be a bit of a challenge, but we will do it. We will do it close enough, shall we? There we go. So we've got our red. Can't believe it ran out like that. Like I say, it's not normally the one I use. I normally use crimson. And I thought, I'll just for a change. There we go. Let's get rid of that gubbins off my card. And then I want my purple. So I've drawn red, yellow, green, blue, purple. We are right. Might just check this one's got a bit of ink in it as well. You can tell I don't use big bold colours off very often, can't you? Yeah, that one will be fine if I ink it properly. It's definitely time for some new inks though. Yeah. I'm really bad. I just assume that they'll work, my inks, when I come to them. A lot of them are very old. There's a lady that I used to know, and she used to always put the dates on the back of her inks when she bought them, so she knew how long they lasted. And I actually ended up with a bit of her kit, because she used to do workshops and things, run workshops. And so some of our inks that I use are hers, and they date back, you know, my little distress inks, and they date back to 2015. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? If you look after your inks, they will last. Now that doesn't look very yellow because it looks more green. Yeah, let's just clean that stamp up a bit more. This is where you should really look after your stamps. Not like me, and just throw more and more colour at them and hope they'll be okay. So I quite like the effect we've got going on there. Grab me yellow again. Looks a bit more yellow, doesn't it, this time? Got yellow. I do these down at the bottom, I think. yellow. It should have been yellow. It's a bit... Oh, what am I doing? Don't want to do that. And then blue. Yeah, you get the idea. I should have really checked my inks before I started this one. This one doesn't look very juicy either. Maybe. Oh, stamp don't want to stick, it's too cold. There we go. Mum's saying her inks go back to 2015 as well. Yep. I'll try and get you to stick. So my stamp's not sticking because it is a bit chilly in here and I've not had the heating on in here today. So I'm going to have to work with it. So all I need to do, just warm that up and it'll soon get it stick back. There we go. So what I'm actually going to do is just pop it next to the heater for 2 minutes to warm it up in case I want to use my little E again. Or we might use the big one. I haven't quite decided which one we'll use for the next one. Might be that little one because it's such a perfect size, isn't it? So we have a bit of a rainbow, a bit of a multicoloured kind of rainbow going on. I'm just going to give it a quick whiz with my heat gun. Oh, to be fair, the multicolour on the flower heads does work, kind of. But how simple an idea. Make sure your inks work first, obviously. I mean, I should have done that. But a nice little rainbow. I've got 5 on my 5x7 card there. I want to make sure they're dry because I want to add a bit of pen to them as well. I'm just going to do that for a minute. I'm going to leave that to one side. And then I'm going to grab, what sayings have I got around? I've got my thanks for brightening my day. Oh, that's quite fitting, isn't it? Because we've got a bit of a rainbow going on. There you go. It's like I almost planned that. Didn't. I'm not that organised. There we go. I love it when scraps are like the perfect size for things. That does brighten my day, in fact. Got a little saying going on. And then grab my little guillotine. Move my heater up, it's gone really chilly since that rain started heavy. I know it's when that rain starts, it just gets really bitterly cold. And it had to be this week, it decided to rain because we've got a roofer coming to do some work for us. Because obviously we need work doing on roof. And he turned up today and then he went, no, not today. Okay. So maybe he'll come back again tomorrow. That piece will do, won't it? See if my gloop wants to work. Yes. It's not too cold for the gloop. It's always a good sign, isn't it? So hopefully the rain will go away and my roofer man can come back. But to be fair, I won't want to be up on a big ladder in this weather, so I don't blame him. Bear's just gutted he didn't get to meet the roofer man. So I'm sure he'll still be here one day when you get home from school. When it's not raining. Right, so we have a nice little saying. It's going to look really cool on there, isn't it? Don't know if you can quite see that. No, put it down a bit. You can there. There you go. Would look nice if I'd embossed it as well. You're right there. To be fair, imagine that in brown, black and grey as well. That'd be a lovely idea. Like do 3 in grey and 2 in black or something like that for like a sympathy card. So I think that would work quite well. Hopefully my little Stampy has decided to warm up a bit. There we go. See, all it took was it to warm up and it's back to rights. The reason I wanted it to warm up is because I wanted its tail ender to stick back on my stamping block. Because, you know me, I have this thing about floating things. I don't like it. So I am going to, do I need to do it on that one? So I'm going to start with my red. Evening, Rachel. I know I do have a bit of a thing about things not floating. They need to be grounded. Not because they're naughty, but because, well, they just need grounding. So we've done our red. The green one definitely needs some grounding action. Evening, Crafty Unicorn. Bet you've been up to something fun today at school. Bear gets his first school trip this week. It's go to the War Museum in Manchester on Thursday, I think it is. I've got to admit, we've never been. So as soon as little lady found out that there was a War Museum in Manchester, she decided she wants to go. So guess where we'll be going one weekend? To be fair, it's over at the Lowry, so it's not a part of town we normally go to. So I'm just going to quickly dry them again. But doesn't that look better? It's not floating. We've not got it, you know, we've not got flowers that are just floating. They've got roots now. Because every good flower has a root, doesn't it? Or had a root. And please don't judge my yellow. It isn't that dirty. It's just because I didn't sort my stamp out. Right. I know one day I will. I'm actually going to use that one tonight. I'm not going to use grey. I'm actually going to use a bit of an off. It's called sand. Because I think that'll be a little bit better. Because we're not working with such bold colours, are we, this time? I don't think bold's the right word, but you know what I mean. And seeing as though Crafty Unicorn's on, is she going to pick me, though I can probably guess, a couple of colours, probably 3 colours for our next card. And we'll see if I can, well, we'll see 1 if I can find them. 2 if they decide to work, because we saw my red didn't want to work tonight. But there'll be distress oxides or inks. So if Crafty Unicorn wants to choose me some colours. See, how cool does that look? Would have looked nice actually if I'd used a paler colour. You know, so like the red, but use the paler red. I guess pink. But again, quick, easy cards. I love this stamp set for that. And again, though, if we'd have done it in greys and black, would make a lovely, lovely sympathy card, wouldn't it? Quick and easy one. Sometimes you just need to get them in the post, don't you? There we go. Still going. But again, doesn't it make a difference just putting that little bit of colour? It says pink, purple and blue. Yeah, could have guessed. Definitely the pink and the purple. So that will be, it'll be quite mystical, won't it? Magical. So I'm thinking peacock feathers, bit of wilted violet. That's blue, purple, and we need a pink. So pick raspberry as well, I think we'll go for. And there's me saying them out loud because I'm just hoping they're going to jump off the shelf and sit on my desk ready to be used. Don't think that's going to happen, do we? I can hope. But I love just doing this bit of colour onto our stamp. Because I think it looks like absolutely nothing there, but if I hold that up, I'm going to turn that light down. I think it's that one. I've got that me. Nope, it's not that one. It's that one. There we go. You can just about make it out, can't you? But it just gives them a bit more body and a bit more volume to them. Depth, that's the word I'm looking for. I'll get there. Rachel wishes she could just say the names and they jump off the shelf as well. I know, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You know, like your keys that you can whistle. Though I can't whistle, so I can't. That doesn't work for me. But I'd love something similar with inks. So they just turn up. One of these days I'm going to learn to whistle. I just can't do it. But neither can the kids. So, must be a genetic thing. Genetic, yeah, genetic. Right, I'm just trying to get me sparkly gems off the floor because I dropped them. Oh, these are a bit big, aren't they? Let's see if I can find my smaller ones. Should be on here. She says should. And she's not, she's going to just use these ones because they're not there. So I did send Mr. Roo in the other day for some ribbon. And bearing in mind I've got a big ribbon box like right next to where I sit. And he said, I can't find any ribbon. I said, what? You like sit on the chair and put your hand down to the left. So put your hand down. So there's a big box. He went, no, definitely not. And so I made him come back out with me and going, right, I'm sat on my chair, I'm putting my hand down, look, massive ribbon box. And he went, oh, I missed that. I'm not quite sure how you can miss that giant ribbon box. He found what he wanted in the end. Keep sticking them to my desk rather than my card. I love the gems in the centre of these as well because I just think it works perfectly, doesn't it? Maybe slightly smaller, but you get the idea. And then that is going to sit nice and neatly just on there. Now I didn't leave this big enough to do a mat, but I think I probably would mat this one up because it's just so simple. I think a nice little mat on the back, the same as that one. Yeah, Mum's saying she'll try this one. Yeah, just make sure your inks are working first. Not like in my case. My red definitely wasn't. So there you go. Really, really quick. Really simple. The other idea I was having was maybe like mask it off. Or you could mask off in the middle. Or actually using that bigger one. That would really fill it up, wouldn't it? So that might be one to try. Try it with the bigger one as well. Because I've used the tiddlers for this one. But it might work. it'll look completely different with that bigger one doing it. But again, really quick and simple. Nice little rainbow. Something to brighten somebody's day up. Or again, keeps those more muted, like blacks and greys, them subdued colours, for more of a sympathy one. Now, there it is. I couldn't find my other card. Found it though. So, let me grab some colours. So pink. Ooh. Move my little trolley before I knock everything off it. So a pink, a blue and a purple. So there's our purple. That's not the one I was looking for. It'll do though. Right, wilted violets. To be fair, wilted violet, peacock feathers and picked raspberry are a bit of peacock feathers and picked raspberry. That's how good they are. We know they work together. Because they are in the same I think I'm going to do it that way. Yep. So now I need to grab some washi tape. And all we're going to do is grab some washi tape that's wider than our piece of card, and we're just going to make a masked off area. All I'm doing is I'm putting it on my top to de-tack it, because I know this washi tape is really sticky, like really sticky. So I just pop it on my top, and I've got a fleecy top on, so it does de-tack it quite quickly. Pop that on there. You can see all the fuzzy bits on it. Oh, got enough. Just. I like this one because it's got the lines on it, so it's dead easy to line stuff up on it. Again, I'm just going to de-tack it a little bit. What would I do without a big fluffy jumper on here? And I don't want it too wide because I want it to be the backdrop. Now, we have gone for Crafty Unicorn's favourite colours here. We could do an ombre, we could carry on with our rainbow theme, we could have done everything. You can see I only want that really tiny because I want that to jump in it. That's fine. Yep, let me pop that there. And I'm going to warm up that one as well. There we go. Right, so I have got this little stretch in the middle of my card. We're going to start off with our peacock feathers. Kitchen roll. There we go. We're sorted now. We've got everything we need. Ooh, excuse me, I started yawning. I was going to do like a... I think we're going to mix and match it all up. So we're going to do some blobs. I should start with my pink if I'm doing blobs, to be honest, because my pale is a lot of them. These are very good colours to choose. Good choice, Crafty Unicorn. And we're going to get some of that purple in as well. I've tried heating it before. Rachel says about heating your washi tape to get it off, you think, and it does work, but it can leave your paper a bit tacky. So just bear that in mind. And don't get carried away as well. It's not like a miracle. So I might have sat there and gone, ooh, whizzed it over with my heat tool. And then the next thing you know, I'm trying to rip it off. You've still got to go gentle. Yes, it does work. You've just got to still be gentle, which is not a word I often use. Or I'm not very gentle. I was expecting it to be like, woohoo, whip it straight off. Nah, not quite like that. But it does work. But it's still a good idea to detack as well. Just because if it's already not as sticky, you've not got as much stick to get rid of, do you? Right, I don't know why I tried to clean my desk then, because I've still got bits on my desk. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Right, I'm going to do a bit of... I'm trying to get it between my washi tape, but I didn't there, did. And again. There we go. Oh, it's my last piece of the kitchen roll. I should have another one somewhere. There it is. There we go. So all I did was a little drops of water off my fingers. Just got to be careful I'm not going over my washi tape. I'm going to give that a quick dry. Oh, got myself all tangled. I don't know what I've done to get myself tangled. There we go. And I'm having a bit of a, what should I do next moment. I've got two ideas going through my head. We've got those lovely little seeds, but we've also got our saying. Let's just take that off there before. I can actually smell my adhesive. So my other idea was to stamp happiest of birthdays, which I think is what we will do. Let's just move them out of the way. It's one of those things you don't want to overdo your background, but I still want a bit of detail in there. And I'm just going to grab my peacock feathers because we're sticking to Crafty Unicorns colour scheme. I must be molting again. Happiest of birthdays to you. Tell I couldn't decide if I wanted to put it on again. I do. I'm just going to do bits and pieces here. I think I'm just going to grab the pink. I couldn't decide which one I was going to do. I think the purple might be a bit too much. I think I'm not sure the pink will be strong enough, so I'm going to try it and see what happens. But it's that you want it to be subtle, but not too, not too subtle. It's always good, isn't it, when it decides it wants to work for you. It's like when you say you want it yellow, but not yellow. And everyone knows what you mean. Right. I'm going to leave it at that. So now I'm going to heat it up again. Because I've heated it up once. I'm going to heat it up again. is where you want 3 hands, isn't it? I think I must just have really, really sticky washi tape. There we go. Let's see if we can get this bottom one sorted as well. Nope. Decided it wanted to. See, it's still really tacky. Again, it's one of those things you either need 3 hands or not to have people watching. There we go. Just scuffed the edge of my card there. So I could again trim that down and put a mat on it. So for this one, it's going to bug me now there. Where's my big one gone? There it is. We're going to have, again, you really don't need much with these, do you? We're going to have our big one there. I'm just going to give that another whack with the heat gun, because I know I've had the heat gun on it a lot, but it's also oxide, and we know oxide doesn't always like us stamping over the top of it. It likes to be at the front, doesn't it, oxides? So we give it a bit of a whiz with the old heat gun. Just make stamping over it that little bit easier. Definitely not green. There we go, black. Leave that to the side. Make sure we ink this up really, really well. And try not to get ink everywhere like I just did. And we're just going to whack this right in the centre. Maybe towards the top, just a smidgen. Let's give it a good press. And I'm actually wondering whether we should, instead of using the grey like I would normally, I don't know whether to grab one of Crafty Unicorn's colours and use that instead. Because I'm thinking a purple or turquoise maybe. Decisions. I'm not good with decisions sometimes. So now I'm going to use my tiddler, because I do love this little tiddler. And we're just going to pop it down to the side. Oops. Tried to stamp it on my thumb. That's never going to work, is it? No. Thank you. Didn't want to come back to me, that one. And then again, it's all about making things easy when you stamp. So I've turned my card round, so when I stamp it this time, I've not got to stretch, because I've only got little arms. I'm like a T-Rex, I've got tiny little arms that don't like stretching. Now this one can come in and go straight here. Put it down. Do, do, do. Lift that one up. So again, I'll just get rid of my bad inking up. I'm going to give this a quick whiz with the heat gun, and then we need to make that decision. I think I'm going to stick with the grey because I think that'll work better. But how simple again. Just a band of colour, nothing too much. It's what I love about this stamp set, it really is. And you're going to say it, I know I've got floating flowers at the moment. Are they flowers or weeds? It's one of those arguments, isn't it? Right, oh, it's still sticky, still tacky. I'm going to use grey. Only because if I go and get a colour on this, I think it might be, you might lose it a bit. Ooh. I'm drawing there or thereabouts on it. There we go. I hope Crafty Unicorn likes it. It's really simple. I keep saying it. It is what I love about this stamp set. It is just so easy. If you want to get in front and get a load of cards batch made, again, it's just one of those that you can just or if you're crafting with a group as well, it's a good one as well. Because if people don't like being inky, they don't have to be with this. Because you've got your poly plate, haven't you? Oops. Oh, it's that time. I've got Gumbly Sumbly again. Oops. Close enough. That's the thing though, you don't have to be really precise with this stamp set, do you? There we go. I think I'm going back over the ones I did before. The bunnies would look amazing, wouldn't they? Trying to be really clever and put my hands on a bunny straight away. No. But yeah, bunnies would look awesome. Especially with Easter coming up. Right, so we've now grounded them because, again, I can't have floating things. And then we need... We used happiest of birthdays to you, didn't we? You can see where we're going with this one. I do need to trim this down because, like I say, I have just torn the side of my card there. Because I was a bit impatient and I haven't warmed it up. Crafty Unicorn's using her mum's phone there. See, I only want this really, really skinny, don't I now? So let me grab a piece of scrap. And then we're going to trim this down as small as possible. I'm going to get it right into this corner, trying to leave as little. Don't really matter with this one because it's not got got a wobbly bottom, the font. Apart from that, to you. And I've stamped, that's a little bit wiggly, but you can see I'm using the smallest of margins around this. I want it to fit neatly in that little gap there. What would look better if I had a really fine single line text. But we don't have that in this kit. We have these two beautiful sayings. And so we'll use them instead. There we go. And if we use a smidgen. What did I do with it? Was it that one I used before? I thought it was smaller. There we go. We'll use that. I'm hoping, yes, I've still got some gloop. I'm hoping it still did. Yeah, still decided it wanted to work this time. I know, I sound surprised, don't I? My glue actually wants to work. Got to admit, the last couple of weeks, a lot of you have been grabbing these little bottles off the website. I'm trying to get teeny tiny borders. Smidgens. Oh, that's a big one. Let's make that a little bit smaller. There we go. She says. Oh, it'll do. Put that back at the back of my desk so I know where it is. Nothing worse than having to sit there going, oh, now where did I put my guillotine? And then I'm just going to do the same with this one. So we have that lovely strip of colour. We have a gorgeous little trio. And we're going to have, there you go, look, it's like I almost planned it. Yeah? And then, because I can't not, they have to have a gem. And I'm not normally sparkly, am I? But these guys, for some reason, I think it's because the dandelions, I think they have to have that little bit of magic, that little bit of sparkle. But how cute is that? And how quick and easy. That's the thing for me. I like quick and easy, you know that. I've lost the other one. So we have tonight a Crafty Unicorn inspired colour theme. I'll hold that up, you might see it a bit better. There we go. So that's Crafty Unicorns inspired of pink, purple and blue. So it was peacock feathers, wilted violet and picked raspberry. And then we had our rainbow minus our orange and a rather run out red. I don't know why I do that. I keep going to the same side. It's because my computer's here now. And then we had our rainbow card. Again, two simple, really simple ideas. But I think they both work. Yeah. And on this one, all I've done is extended our stalks so they pop off the end of the page. Just to make them so they're not floating. Don't like floating, do we? No. Well, I don't. So there you go. Two, and well, I keep saying really quick. They are really quick. Really quick and easy cards. Yep. Crafty Unicorn loves the sparkle. Of course you do. They need the sparkle, don't they? Absolutely. But I think they just, like I say, it brings that magic, doesn't it, to dandelions? Because that's what they are. But I love that one. Yeah. Look at that. But again, really simple. Don't have to do much because these stamps are such a statement piece. So that is it from me tonight. Thank you for joining me. We won't be here next week because Mr. Roo is working all weekend and it's also our wedding anniversary. So Monday will be the first night we actually get together to sit down. With it being our wedding anniversary as well. So we'll be back the following week, which I haven't got a clue what day that is. So no, not on Monday, but the following Monday we'll be back at 7 o'clock. So I do hope you can join me. And then I think that'll be nearly February, won't it? So we'll be sending it out February's monthly make. It all comes around so fast these days. And so once again, thank you for joining me tonight. Do take care, stay safe. Let me move my tissues off my table. And I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.